Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic Challenge video. So slightly different one in terms of the feats because there are no marquee units being released I think this week and then I don't know in 2 weeks as well. So it looks like this episode will have more feats to complete, and you've probably seen already as well, we have the return of complete the battle feat, so at least you can do that if nothing else. So definitely got a bit more feats to work through today. So it almost feels like the good old Galactic Challenge we used to have with completing 4 feats for the max crate. So a little bit more work today, but luckily there are teams that can get all the feats done in a single battle. I will show you 2 of those, and in case you don't have those kind of Scoundrel teams as well, are different options that you can do it in a couple of battles, not in all in one. So as always, we'll cover the modifiers, feats, and then show you the battles. As always, YouTube chapters will be below if you want to skip through. Otherwise, let's look at the team. So we got Palpatine, Mara, Vader lineup. It looks kind of scary, but luckily, at least from my testing, they're not all that fast. So no matter what team you will be using, you should be able to get a jump start on them and hopefully control them so they don't start running turn meter train on you. In terms of the feats, we have, as mentioned earlier, the return of complete the battle feat. Then we have to win a full team of Scoundrel units. That's obviously a Scoundrel Galactic Challenge. And then we have to win without losing a unit. And then, as mentioned before, because no marquee units have been released this week, we will be getting an additional generic feat as well. It's a little bit more work than over the past month, but that's okay. Defeating 3 enemies in the same turn. Many ways to do this. I'll just show you a couple of different ways, but obviously it's very flexible in terms of today's feats. And then look at the modifier for Jakku. So we will have to a little bit keep an eye out, because whenever units take a turn, they get a stack of overheat applied on them, and once they touch 10 stacks, they get instantly defeated. So to counter that, we do get thermoregulate ability that will remove 2 stacks. However, it has a cooldown of 3. So it's not like you will, be able to, play infinitely with removing stacks. But hey, at least something to a little bit, be able to play the battle a bit longer to get everything done. And in terms of the player modifier, we get extra health, speed. I guess that's nice. And then for the Imperial Edict, they do get a Summon Snowtrooper. And then whenever the leader uses a special ability, calls everybody to assist. So you'll definitely want to control Palpatine to some degree here so he doesn't go to town. But alright, pretty straightforward challenge today, just because the enemy is rather slow. So you can kind of get a jump start on them and control them. Now let's look at the couple of teams that can get all the feats done in a single attempt first. Scoundrels have grown over time a lot as a faction, so plenty of ways probably to do this. You can probably even do more than 2 teams that I'll show you that could get it done. It's just the 2 teams I kind of tried out and worked really well. Now I don't often have opportunities to use Dr. Aphra here in Galactic Challenges. I know, it's maybe a bit of a rare unit, so afterwards we'll show you different Scoundrel lineups for those that don't have Aphra. But if you do, it's quite a fun and quick way to knock out all the feats in a single battle. Obviously you need the 2 droids and then any kind of 2 dark side Scoundrel units. So we're gonna start off by applying doubt on the enemy, then get our helper out as well. Then we call assist here, and then let BT gets to work. An AoE number 1, an AoE number 2. Boom! Defeating 3 enemies in the same turn in the process. So now we just have to keep everybody alive. And this will be now all the feats in a single battle. Let's go ahead, do an AoE with Boba, and just Palpatine left. So very quick and easy, just what, over 30, okay, 40, it took about 40 seconds to line this up. So very quick way, if you do have Aphra, to get this knocked out. It will obviously depend on, relic levels on your BT. Mine is relic 8, so he hits pretty hard. So, I'm not saying it's gonna work for everybody, but if you do have these guys leveled up, it's a quick and fun way to do it, because again, we don't get to use Aphra a whole lot in this game. Another one would be some sort of light size Scoundrel lineup with Beskar Mando in there for his Whistling Birds, so he can defeat 3 enemies in the same turn. Commander Ahsoka Tano in there for extra offense will help boost Beskar Mando there, his Whistling Birds as well. bringing in Dash again for more damage, and then Kara, you know, she can stun Empire enemies, and then Amphis, she can daze them as well. So some AoEs as well. So what we'll try and do is kind of spread the damage, work the enemies down, control them with stun and daze, and wait for Mando to do his thing. So let's go ahead, I don't know, pass turn over to Nest, I guess. So we can now hit the AoE, get some daze on the board. Well, Dash got a daze as well, as you can see, big hit. Kara coming in with her AoE, stunning everybody except Darth Vader. So now we just have to kind of spread the damage here. Try not to defeat anybody, right? We need targets for Beskar Mando to hit with his Whistling Burst. I'm just kind of keep working everybody down, get them down into the yellow, and then hopefully Mando can finish them. Another AoE by Kara, perfect. So let's just go ahead, unleash those Whistling Bursts. Pew, 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 pew. Whoa, okay, we defeated 4 enemies in the same turn, even there with Mando, nice. So again, another way that you can a little bit control and line up, and this would also complete all the feats in a single battle. So now hopping over to my smaller account where I don't have so many Scoundrels. So I guess at least you can get something done with Bounty Hunters. I'm going in with Dengar lead just because I was expecting Shore Trooper to be the tankiest one, so then we can easily complete the contract, but that didn't happen. So I guess you could go with Boss lead as well, or it doesn't matter, I think leadership wise what you use. Contract you got already. I'm gonna get Palps out, right, so we don't get to worry about him using specials and that they start doing mass assist on us. Going after Darth Vader next, because we can't remove turn meter from him, so that's why Dengar's AoE there is nice to remove turn meter from the other guys. Just keep, I guess, going after Darth Vader, try to get him down. He's like the only damage, I guess, left in this team with Palps down. Darth Vader down as well. Now you do have to keep an eye out here on stacks of overheat, especially on Boss, because, you know, if he's frenzy, he's taking so many turns, which means, as you can see, he's got 7 stacks already of overheat. So they are there thermoregulated him with Django. So just something to keep an eye out. Remember, because we do have to win without losing a unit. But in that, you know, as you can see, we took this team apart very quickly. Within a minute, they're more or less defeated. Now it's just a case of thermoregulating, especially Bosk, and then wait for Mando to keep using his disintegrate to take enemies down. Alright, there we go. Final enemy goes down. Again, very quick. However, this did not complete Crush Them feat. It did complete the Flawless and the Scoundrel feat. And then in terms of Crush Them, many ways to do this. You know, let's make a use of some Galactic Legends as well. Probably Rey, right? Her ultimate does a lot of damage. Supreme Color can ramp up and defeat enemies with his AoEs. And probably there are some other things as well. In this account, I have only Jabba and Sith Eternal from Galactic Legend department. So I'm just gonna go in with Sith Eternal. Here the biggest challenge will be keeping Sith Eternal alive by thermoregulating him constantly while his ultimate builds up. So obviously we have to go after Shore Trooper first with the link, because he's got a pre-taunt. We'll probably relink later if we have an opportunity. Let's clear off the taunt there, keep Talon in stealth, and then let's go ahead and actually isolate Palps, right, so he can't do his shenanigans. Good thing about having Malak in there is that Sith enemies can't gain bonus turn meter anyways, however Empire can. So it's a little bit annoying, but, you know, for the most part, hopefully you can keep them under control with the fear and everything. However, if you fear them too much, right, they won't be attacking a whole lot, so then your ultimate will take longer to build up, and you may run issue, obviously, with the overheat. So definitely want to keep an eye out. I got 5 stacks already on my Emperor, so I'll have to probably start clearing them up soon. Alright, unfortunately there, Thrawn fractured Malak, so he's out of commission at the moment, but hopefully Thrawn, yeah, there we go, Thrawn did release that fracture now, so Malak can go ahead and drain somebody and heal himself up. Let's go ahead, thermoregulate Emperor there just to get those stacks down. Keep an eye out. Let's go ahead, relink, so we relink here Vader and Palps. Increasing cooldowns, again thermoregulating Sith Eternal Emperor. Obviously he's the one that absolutely has to survive until unleash his ultimate and defeating multiple enemies in the same turn. At this point I'm just kind of spreading the damage. Obviously do not take down the linked enemies, because then, you know, when you unleash ultimate power you will not be able to defeat them. Anyway, let's go ahead, zap them, Yeah, there we go. We defeated 3 in the same turn, so the 2 linked one, Darth Vader and Palpatine, and Thrawn just died from pure damage. Then clean up the rest, and this now completed as well, Crushed and Feat in my other account. Alright guys, so that's all for this video. Hopefully it was useful and helpful, showing you, a couple of different ways to approach this, but again, there are countless combinations of Scoundrels you could put together, and even probably many different ways to complete Crush and Feat. It's just what I kind of used there to quickly and easily get it knocked out. Getting 4 feats again, probably this will help us out a little bit for those of us that don't spend money, just getting a little bit more rewards this episode, just because there will be no marquees released. There was nothing released, I think, with this week's update, and probably no releases in 2 weeks as well, so maybe it's gonna be a good month in terms of us free-to-play players getting good rewards yet again. Thank you for watching, I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.